Welcome everyone. Today I have a new Arknights Endfield patch 1.0 rerolling guide. Now in this video, I want to bring you guys step by step of how to create your Endfield accounts and also understanding how long it will take us to reroll. You can see there's a number of notes as regards to how many free summons you can get at the very start of the game and the sources of where you can be getting them, including the promo codes, including 2 different pre-registrations which you should be registering, and also including the daily check-ins as well. And to go from this, we'll look into how difficult and what are the options for you to be rerolling. You can be getting 1 extra 6-star standard banner character. What are the chances of that and how long it will take you to get those characters by estimation. And then we can look into getting a particular standard banner 6-star you wanted, or getting any limited banner 6-star characters like Liberating, or even characters like Yvonne and also get better. And how long and also what are the chances of that. I'll try to explain how those calculations are made as well. And this is because of the new system which you can get the limited banner characters before the banner is released for this particular patch 1.0. Finally, we'll look into some extreme lucky cases and what are the chances of getting additional double 6 stars with limited banner and also the standard banner characters. We'll also talk about the potential of rerolling for 4 or 5-star great free-to-play characters that you can be starting for any team. And to go from this, I know a lot of us like numbers. We'll briefly go through the numbers of what are the average chances of guaranteeing yourself for at least 1 additional 6-star. And how many reruns would you need for 1 extra 6-star, and how many reruns would you need for any limited banner characters, or how many reruns for the hardcore players for you to pretty much secure a Liberating on the average chances. We'll briefly talk about my options of rerolling for characters, and yes, I will be rerolling, and some of the characters I'll be rerolling and the reasons behind it. Finally, I do want to warn you guys, rerolling can burn you out, so it's important for us to prepare for this mentally. I have also prepared a number of notes on the side that I will go through with you guys, so make sure you guys use the timestamps below, and I'll try to be concise on this step-by-step guide. So, before coming over to this video, I have prepared a number of the previous videos. If you guys are not sure what are the loots and what are the ways of getting those, make sure you check out the previous video. And we also have a tier list for the characters, and together with the gacha guide to teach you about each of the gacha banners. And those links will be available in the written guide and also in the links below. I also want to give a shout out to the Reddit user over here with I cannot pronounce his name. So it's XELIXO. He has made a great rerolling guide with a lot of calculation. And personally, I love numbers, I love to reroll, so I did use some of the screenshots and also calculation he made. I did double check the numbers, and it seems like he did the correct calculation, and he did a very well summary. You can see the calculations over here on the Reddit post. So, coming over to our rerolling guide. And the first step of rerolling is to make new Endfield accounts. Now, there are several ways of doing this, and yes, you can be registering on the official website, and the easiest and also the most safest, or could be the proper way, is to create real emails. And I have been doing this basically in Australia at the moment. I'm not sure if this is the same across the world. I'm assuming it's the same for Gmails. I can make 10 different emails using 1 phone number with Gmails. And usually I may have made about 20 emails for my gacha rerolling. So one of my personal emails and one of my girlfriend's emails from the past. So that one of my girlfriend's phone numbers. So this is how I usually have 10 to 20 emails ready with real emails to be rerolling. Now, during this time, 1 email can be used for multiple social media login as well, but usually I just use them for Gmails. But if you use the Gmails or Facebook and then use Facebook for another login, that can also work. So, if you've seen this particular video, this is when I demonstrated I used about 8 different real emails to do the pre-registration event. And it's important that we do those because it will be pre-registration, free 5-star weapons, and also additional in-game email loots for 20 free standard summons. And as we keep going, I know a lot of us who has been doing gacha rerolling will be using salted emails. And if you guys are not sure how salted email work, basically you make an email, similar here, make a real Gmail, and this is the original Gmail. Let's say if I made a reroll@gmail.com, and those are the original Gmail. And then if you put a dot between the letters, and this allows you to sort the emails. all of the verification code and also everything related to those additional made emails, which can be used for dummy emails or usernames for registration for another account on most of the gacha games, will be sent to the original email. So this means you can pretty much expand one email into multiple emails. So each time you put a dot differently, you'll be getting another registration account. And this is how most players prepare to reroll for the gachas. And finally, the third option for creating Endfield accounts in the cases that the sorted emails are not working. It's a very rare case, but sometimes gacha games, they take the length to make it harder for free-to-play rerolling players. So if the sorted emails are not working and you can't create additional real emails, you can consider finding a website or a service that provides you with a temporary email. Personally, I don't like to use third-party websites, so I haven't made myself any temporary emails. And because I have about 20 real emails, I think that should be enough. But this is the last option if you want to create more accounts using temporary emails, and then once you rerolled into the right character, you have to make sure you replace the temporary email with your own original email. So this way you have the right email to be logging into the game with the right account. So now that we talk about registration, which is quite important, it needed you to take into the first step to pre-register for those accounts to get the pre-registration events, and also to be ready for the game once it launches, you have tons of email ready. So then let's understanding how long it will take you to reroll in Arknights Endfield. Now, gacha games like those usually take about 20 to 40 minutes, similar to Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. So by my estimation, and also the Reddit posts I've been watching, and also the videos I've been watching with like a full gameplay, it will take around 30 minutes for one run of a reroll account. So what that means is, let's use this particular video for example over here. This is a full walkthrough. So you're going to see the players play the game, and you'll be playing the game, skipping the cutscenes, and eventually you'll come to a point that you would unlock enough high levels, for example the authority level 2 over here, and you'll be getting some additional currencies as well. And once you have unlocked additional authority level and reach a certain point in the story, the summoning system or the banner system will become available. This is the point when we start to reroll, because you can claim the in-game emails, and this is when the banners become available. And usually the reroll players or the speed rerollers, we want to keep a track of how long this takes. At the moment, my estimation, and most players believe, is around 30 minutes per run, because there's some content that is unskippable. But some other contents can be skipped by clicking really quickly or pressing the spacebar. So if you do plan to watch the first story, so you don't miss any of the story, and on your first playthrough, it may take you about 55 to 60 minutes with a no-skip run. And in the future reruns, you definitely want to skip right. So you can see this particular video, it took the player about 59 minutes to unlock the summoning system. But of course, they are not skipping anything. Now, during this time, it is possible to detour for different crates or treasure boxes, do a few side quests, and even summoning for duplicated characters, and then using the duplicated currencies for more summons. And as you level up, as you can see over here, you can get more currencies. So all those combined, we're estimating to get at least 1 to 2 more summons, but this might take you 5 or 10 more minutes. And this is a work in progress. Once I start to reroll, I'll try to provide you guys with a generalized optimized route to reroll for patch 1.0. But keep in mind, you don't have to do this. You can pretty much follow through here and you'll still get at least 6 limited banner summons and 20 standard banner summons. So, good question to come over to the next point. How many summons would you get on the start of the game? Now, do keep in mind, those summons won't be able to be used until you reach the point that the game allows you to summon for characters. So, that said, let's have a look at the summary over here and get a better understanding. Now, courtesy again to the Reddit post over here, which I took a screenshot. It's easier to screenshot, I guess, than me typing something similar. So here, the number of available pools coming from the pre-registration event is 20 summons for the standard banner pool. And for the limited banner summon, this is when you have to kind of skip by all the premium currencies and all the promo codes. We'll be getting, as a summary, 4 summons from the promo codes, and we'll be getting 1 summon from the login event for the beginner, and also 1 login event for the limited banner. And it is possible as you travel across from level 1 to level 2, you get some bonus currency from authority level, you get some tutorials, chests, and also other ways of getting additional summons. So by estimation, players expect to have about 7 summons by the time you can start summoning for characters when you reach a certain stage, which is about 30 minutes into the game. Just to break down for you guys a little further, those are the 2 promo codes that is currently available. It is likely there will be more promo codes which will make rerolling much easier. So if you guys want to keep it updated with the latest promo codes, I'll be updating those as they become available, and you can see the current 2 ones which you can copy paste. And to go from this, the 2 per registration event, which you can be doing now, one of the first ones will give you the 20 Headhunter summons for the standard banner. The logging events will include the limited banner logging, which will be getting 1 limited banner summon for the levitating banner per day. So on the first day, you'll be able to get 1 summon. And second login is the Awakening Beginner event. So this event will give you a 6-star character, but this will take 14 days. On the first day, we're likely to get 1 limited banner summon. So make sure you grab all of those for a total of 6 summons. And the last summon will be coming as you play the game to get 500 more aura barrels. So this is how we get 6 summons for the limited banner, and 20 summons for the standard banner come through the mail. So make sure you guys claim the mail. I'll show you guys where the mail is. It's pretty straightforward. You go to the mail system, you claim the mail, and this is back in beta. And as we keep going, now that we talk about where you can get your summons, let's have a look at the targets of summonings and how long it will take us to summon for those characters. So firstly, we're not summoning on the beginner's banner. Now, in order to understand this, come over to our Gacha guide, which I'll have a link for you guys. There are a number of banners available. The beginner's banner is a guaranteed 6-star. We want to save that guarantee. Here we want extra 6 stars. We don't just want 1 6-star from the beginner banner. We want to have at least 2 6-stars or 3 6-stars. So we're not summoning on the beginner's banner. Well, you can, but it won't change much. We're mostly summoning on the standard banner and also the limited banner. So keep that in mind. So here, we'll be summoning on the standard banner. We have 23 summons from the pre-registration event per account. And it is the easiest way to get yourself 1 extra 6-star out of the 5 potential 6-star characters that are available. Now, as to which of the best 6 stars, I'll briefly talk about this, but I'll spend another video to talk about this in more details. So, the chances of us getting a 6-star character on the standard banner using 20 summons is about 15%. And by estimation, it might take you about 3.5 hours to get yourself 1 extra 6-star by playing about 7 times to do the reruns. So 30 minutes a rerun, do it 7 times, you're likely to get 1 extra 6-star. And for most of us, this is actually a pretty good trade-off. Imagine playing a gacha game, someone tells you if you grind it for 3 hours, you get 1 extra 6-star. I think I'll do it. And this is actually my goal for rerolling. This is the easiest way. Now to go from that, if you want a particular standard banner 6-star, let's say if you really wanted Last Rite, and then the chances is much lower because you kind of have to get lucky while getting a 6-star, you have to get the right 6-star. I'm recommending recording your account, whichever account that find a 6-star, 1 extra 6-star, you should be coming back to that account and to do a little more gameplay to try your luck a little further. So if you want a particular 6-star on the standard banner, you will be about 3% chance after 20 summons, and this will take 17 hours. Now, don't get scared by the numbers yet, because this is just a part of the rerolling. I'm not saying you should be rerolling for 17 hours for a particular standard banner 6-star, but this is a good number to keep in mind because you might be taking similar time to get a limited banner character. So let's have a look over here. In order to get any limited banner character, and I guess, so firstly, to understand this, the levitating banner will become the limited banner, and there's a chance of getting levitating with 50-50. But there's also a chance of getting levitating, Evon, and also get better with a higher chance. This is because of the banner system. And if you guys are not sure about the banner system, this is the carryover system, which is a special system, especially for patch 1.0. To simply summarize what's happening and explained in the live stream, players can obtain levitating, Evon, and also get better, which are the 2 later banners on the first banner. And this means you have a chance of even higher chance of obtaining any of the limited banner characters at a 4.3% chance for 7 summons. So keep in mind, we're summoning 7 times. And this means it will take you around 12 hours rerolling, which is about 27, 28 tries to obtain any of the 3 limited banner character. Now, if you really wanted everything and you just want her, it might take you about 18.5 hours because her chances are greater with 50-50, and this is the case you don't want Yvonne and also Gebete, which are really good characters. So this will take about 18.5 hours. Notice those hours are kind of matching the hours of getting a standard banner 6-star. And this means that you could potentially get multiple 6 stars if you're really hardcore with rerolling. We'll talk about the opportunity cost and burnout very soon, because I want to warn you guys, the numbers looks interesting, but it's very painful to reroll. So, now it is possible to target any limited banner 6-star, especially Yvonne and also Gebete, which are much lower chance. So you might look over 30 hours to get one of those characters, because this is not their banner, and they come with a very rare chance of losing the 50-50 and then winning a 2 out of 7, or even 1 out of 7. We'll talk about that very soon with a summary. So, I mentioned earlier it's possible to get very lucky to get 1 extra standard banner 6-star and also 1 extra limited banner 6-star character. How this works is, if you happen to find your limited banner 6-star, which is definitely more rare, then you have 1 in 7 chance of finding a standard banner 6-star as well, because it's more likely to find those. But this is a rare case that we can't really guarantee. Now during this time, it is advisable to also keep a track of any of the top tier free-to-play characters you summon. And if you're wondering which characters are those, come over to this previous video, which will talk about the top 6 the free-to-play characters. And those characters can be a very meta character, especially once you have a limited banner character or a particular 6-star character to make a very powerful team. Even a 5-star team free-to-play using those characters can be very powerful with a mono electric team, so make sure you understand this as well. And this also tells you where to get those characters for free as well. So now here comes some additional numbers. Not many of us are not too good with numbers. Well, I like numbers, but I like to break it down for you guys. So here is a screenshot of the calculation from the Reddit post. To simply explain it, our Reddit poster friend here is planning to do 21 rounds, and on average for 21 rounds he's expecting a 60% chance of getting at least 1 limited banner 6-star. He's got a much higher chance of a standard banner 6-star, but he's looking for limited banner character now, which might take him 1 to 2 days. Just to break it down for you guys, so simple summary, it will take you about 7 to 8 reruns or rerolls to get 1 extra 6-star character. It will take you around 24 rounds or 24 rerolls for any of the limited banner characters to get them for free. And then following the similar method, if you want everything, it will take you around 37 rounds, which is 2 to 3 days. And those are moderately sized numbers, and if we can find more summons, more than 7 summons, we can make these rounds even quicker. Now, as to which of the method I'll be picking, to be honest, the Reddit poster friend here who did all the numbers, he's going for the second method. I definitely won't go for the third method. I'm thinking between the first method or the second method. I haven't decided. I have about 15 or 20 emails, and it's easy for me to go with the first method. And then if I have enough time, because I'll try to make guides and also videos, I might not have time to get a limited banner character, so I might just settle for 1 additional 6-star character. And if you follow a similar method as me, then the question is, which of the 6-star character standard banner is the best character for us? I'll try to make a particular video, and just a short summary for myself personally, I actually want a duplicate of Adalira. Bad pronunciations. So Adalira, you might be saying, hey Matt, why Adalira? Because she's a free character. Why would you want a free character as your 6-star character, extra 6-star character? Because I still got 1 more 6-star character coming from the beginner's banner. So the reason you get her for free is after 14 days. Well, by 14 days time, I want to be able to clear the in-game content, and I don't want to wait for 14 days to have my best installed healer. So my top priority is actually to get Adalira before the 14 days free time, and then on the 14th day, I'll get 1 more copy of her, which will increase her potential and makes a duplicate, and this makes her supporting potential and also damage amplification even stronger. So she is actually my top priority for one extra standard banner character. To follow up on this, I'm thinking one of the strongest standard banner character that also fits the meta team is going to be Last Rite, and she will be a cryo damage dealer. We do have a video to talk about it, where we rank the characters, and Last Rite I have ranked pretty highly, and she's a little weaker than Yvonne of course, but very good character. And to follow up on this, Ember as a tanking character is one of the only 6-star tank characters. I kinda want to try for unkillable team. And then PogChamp and also Leafing over here is physical characters. I might not be running a physical team, so those are the orders of the extra 6-star characters I want to be rerolling. Now, before I finish the video, I do have a warning, and I'm really happy to see our Reddit friend also have a warning about the mentality and also rerolling and also burning out. Because a lot of players, even myself, when I played Genshin Impact when the game first came out, I spent 2 days, over 20 or 30 rerolls trying to get Jin plus Venti. I was extremely lucky. At the end of the second day, I got Jin and also Venti, double 6-star in Genshin Impact. But I was at a point I was about to burn out. I was actually not going to play the game anymore because I played for 2 days straight rerolling, and it was very mentally frustrating, physically fatiguing. So even though I give you guys all the numbers, and in the future I'll have a video guide to teach you guys what are the best rules, which point can you be looting what items, and where are the chest locations and all the whatnot. Those are good, but I don't want you guys to not play the game. So please be aware, sometimes you don't have to skip the story. You can watch the story for the first time. Sometimes you don't have to try to get an extra 6-star character, because the game can be enjoyable without rerolling. And for me, I might just settle for one extra 6-star, just feeling luckier, and just be happy about it. And any of the 6 stars, I should be okay. So please set yourself a goal and also a target. Even though we're trying to play the game free to play, please do be aware of burning out, and you can take a break. Because a lot of the codes, a lot of the rewards we see over here last for 7 days. You don't have to spend 2 days rerolling. You can play the game for 2 days, and then you're like, hey, I wish I had this character. And then you come back to reroll the character you wanted. And by then, you pretty much have done everything on your first account, and the other accounts you're playing can easily be a chill rerolling account. So it doesn't have to be you're feeling behind, you're feeling burned out. So this is my takeaway for the rerolling guide. I think it's important to talk about this, because all the numbers doesn't mean anything if you stop playing the game right. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you have any advice on rerolling or any tips for the game. And let's prepare for the game together. Very excited for this gacha game. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering everything related to Arknights Endfields, relating to the builds, the characters, and also ways of getting promo codes and additional freebies, explorations related to the game. So make sure you subscribe for the latest update and also news related to the game, and also more updates for new patches to come in the future.